Not here. If you saw my Facebook post, you'll see that Working Teddy link is there too.
Right. Just this one. Just give them this link or I have to click.
Then they can apply right there.
Alright, then just use this link.
And I think I posted that link.
No, it doesn't show it here. Hello everyone, whoever is watching this, welcome. And we're going to talk about working in China today. As you can see, we're hiring new teachers. So I think maybe we should talk about it a little bit. Oh, I'm going to at the beginning. I'm going to send you guys a link on the live chat. So if anyone interested in working in China, working with us, check the link, and if you it basically can it will basically answer all your questions. And of course, if you're willing to join us, you can hit the apply the work button, apply for job button. Yeah, try it. We have very interesting videos on that and everything you need to know. So today, what we're doing in here, basically me answering your questions, and later today, well, for you guys, it's tomorrow. All right. So I know it's Friday night in United States, and to us, this is 9 a.m. And
hello, we have a special guest.
All right.
We have Sean. Sean, this is Arthur. Arthur's going to ask you many questions and have fun.
All right. So, okay. So, as you can see, we have a special guest here. This is, what's your name again?
Sean.
Sean. Yeah, say hello to the world. This is live stream.
Hello.
Yeah. So, as you can see, all right, my name is Arthur. Let's have a shake. All right. So, this boy is, you're a student in here, right?
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna have a little invitation in here. Let's see how it really works out. So how old are you, Sean?
I'm 13.
You're 13 years old.
Yes.
All right. So you're in like primary school.
Yes.
So what grade?
6.
Sixth grade. So that's really good. So you're about to enter the middle school, right?
Yes.
Do you want some water or something? Yeah, maybe just hold it to later. So no, come over a little bit. Yeah, so everyone can see you. So how long have you studied in here?
3 years.
You've been in here for 3 years.
Yes.
Yeah, this is one of the oldest students, I think. You're actually here earlier than me. I was here for 2 years also. Do you have any hobbies? What do you do for when you're free?
Play the keyboard.
Play the keyboard. I mean, like computer keyboard or like something you can play with it.
Piano.
Piano? Oh, that's really great. Must be very difficult, right? Yeah.
No.
No?
Yes.
Well, that means you're very clever, I think. How long did you how long have you learned how to play piano?
8.
8 years? You're
No,
like
no. It's 4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
So you've been learning this since you were 9 years old? Yeah, because you're 13, you told me.
Yes.
Yes, that's really great. I always wanted to learn something like that. I always want to learn to play guitar. I never did it because I didn't have the time, and when I got the time, I just lose the interest in it. I was not interested anymore, and it's not a very heavy thing. I mean, not of course it's not as heavy as a piano. As you can carry a piano to everywhere, but you can carry a guitar. But guitar is a very large thing. All right. So it's actually I tried the guitar for like 6 months or so, and I gave it up. It's it's really to me it's really difficult. So I guess I couldn't even play piano because guitar is way more easier than piano. I think. You know that there's a theory that the people who can play piano will not will could be will can be considered as very clever people. They all these big shot in the movies, all this clever person. Batman, I believe Batman can play piano. I mean, one comic, saying it, many people doesn't know it, but I believe so. So such a clever boy, been learning here for 3 years. So, do you have any lessons today?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
So, what are you doing today?
I and I have to start the maths.
Math?
Yes.
Today you're gonna start math.
Yes.
So why are you in here? I got a little confused.
After
You just came
start.
here. What?
Start maths in the afternoon.
11. 9?
In the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
Yes.
So you just come here having fun this morning here,
Yes.
right? Oh, that's really great. Why was not? Uh, I started working in here for about 2 weeks. All right. So you might have seen me before in the office, but I was not working. I was basically just came here having fun. I'm a friend to basically all the foreigners in here. Kevin, Emily, Robin, Chick. So who's your favorite teacher in here? If you have one, I mean.
Robin and Ati.
Robin and Chick. Okay. So so I think in the people with your age, are you the best in your class? I mean English. I'm not talking about anything else, just English.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yes.
I mean, what could you not know? I mean, you're having tests and all these things, right?
Because I'm in the new class. This new class, I only have 2 lessons.
Only to have 2 lessons
Yes, in the new class.
in a new class in your own school.
No, they're here.
Here? Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I mean in your own school,
Oh,
your own primary school.
no, there are there's one.
There are one.
Yes,
One's better than you,
yes,
so that makes you a second place in the class, right?
yes.
I think that's very good as well. I'm just really great. I mean, uh, I hear you speaking English. All right. I can basically assure that you're better in English speaking than most of the kids in your age. I think that's very brilliant. I remember when I was in the 6th grade, I was like, all right, I have to admit, I'm not bragging, all right, but I was a top in the class. But the thing is, I couldn't really speak back in primary school. I just couldn't. I mean, all these students, I can understand everything that the teacher said. I can finish all the, all the tests they want me to do. I can always like get 100 grand or things like that. But I can't speak. I can't even read the textbook. Every time my teacher asks me to, you stand up and read this passage, I can't do it. As I read, I know every word on the textbook. I know how to read it. I know how to pronounce it. I can't read it. I don't know why. It just always I just couldn't do it. Even though I could be like one of the top in the class, I just couldn't be the best. My second place was actually a better English speaker. Then she started to what the funny thing is, then I grow up to middle school or high school. In high school, I can speak English and I can speak better than other people in the school. Then the girl who was the second place in the primary school, who I told you who can speak English better than me, she started to learn German. Germany, one of the toughest language in the world, and just to learning Germany. I think I still can till today. If I could, even though I could, sit in front of her face to face. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. Just also mess it up. Face to face, I couldn't beat her in somehow. She can still speak better English than me. I don't know why. I mean, she's maybe because she's learning Germany, she's learning another languages, so to the languages she might be better. So enough talk about me. Let's talk about you. All right. So you told me you're playing piano in your free time, right?
Yes.
Is that your hobby?
Yes.
It's a hobby to you. Or is that just mind blowing? Because I thought, no offense, but I thought most of the kids they playing piano because their parents force them to. I mean, I literally didn't know many kids said, you know, treating playing piano as a hobby,
Yes.
but you are. That's how incredible. Why you like playing piano?
It it's I think it's very beautiful and I like it.
So you think it's very beautiful, and you like playing it.
Yes.
All right. So is there anything else? This is not like your only hobby, right?
Uh, and I like playing football, soccer ball,
Softball, yeah.
and basketball.
Basketball. So which one do you prefer? Soccer or basketball?
Soccer.
Soccer? Me myself, I prefer basketball because I think football, uh, soccer, as you say, because football is another thing. Soccer, have you found it very difficult to play soccer?
No, it has some some good, some good, some good.
Skills?
Yes.
So you've learned the skills to play football, right? Are
Yes.
you good at it?
Yes.
Have you playing a game or something? Have a team?
We have a march.
March?
Yes.
Yeah, basically the same game, March, everything. Have you won it?
Uh,
Did you win
yes.
that
Yes.
match?
Yes. And we have win.
Will win. Okay. I think soccer is actually a little bit more difficult because while I was younger, when I was in your age, like uh, uh, 13 or 14 years old, when I was in primary school, sixth grade, fifth grade, I was trying. I tried everything. I tried ping pong. I tried tennis. Yeah, I tried tennis while I was in primary school. It's really rare, and it was quite fun, but I'm not good at it. And basketball, soccer, I tried everything, but I feel like I felt like till today I still feel like soccer is one of the hardest. Even though most people in the world like soccer, but I think it's really difficult because your basketball you can use your hand to control the ball,
Yes.
and your hand is always more, you know, it's more sensitive or just better for me than the feet. I mean, you control the ball with with your feet is actually, to me, it's very difficult. I kick the ball and it's out of control, and somebody on the other team gonna take it. So so I think you're very brilliant. I mean, in your own age, you're actually better than me. Seriously, when I was in primary school, I couldn't do all this. I couldn't play piano. Couldn't speak English, and of course, I definitely could not play soccer. I just can't. It's just too difficult. Maybe because I'm not saying I'm not clever enough. I'm just saying that these things are not particularly for me. Everybody has its uh, own hobbies and own abilities. So. Hmm. This is getting, I think this is getting crazy.
Classmate.
Says a classmate?
He is a classmate.
Oh yeah. I think this is scared of me. I mean, you see them coming on the hallway, and they saw me, and they just moved. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. You know. I think I'm not scary. Am I scary to you? Sure.
Uh,
Could a little. Could be a little. I understand because I'm huge. Yeah. Don't get nervous. As a matter of fact, I am nervous as well because I'm not good at this. I always stuck. I don't know what to say. Sometimes I have a cousin, like my father's sister's son is my cousin.
yes.
All right. So my cousin, he's a little bit older than you. He's in middle school now. When he was in your age, I think he was incredible. He was playing another kind of thing. He doesn't play piano. He's playing a what? I don't know how to say it in English. It's like you play it like this. I don't know how to say that in English. It's very weird. And he's actually good at it. Have you? Oh, speaking of this, something just hit my mind. You play piano, right? You consider this as a hobby. Have you like taken some tests, to get a level on the piano?
8.
Level 8, for real?
Yes.
My God, this is really great. So how it works? You have to take the test from level 1 or just straight ahead to level 8 or level 6. How it really works?
8.
You just start from level 8.
From 1 to the 8.
So you took the test on level 1 and then level 2.
Yes.
Then you got level. How long would that take? I mean, when did you took your first test? I mean, the level 1 test.
It's my 10 years old.
So 3 years ago, you took your first test,
Yes.
right? So
And 11 years old, I am to the no, 10 years old is to the 3. And
so 10 years old, you're on level 3 now.
yes.
All right.
Yeah,
And
and 11 years old, I'm 6,
level 6.
level 6.
All right.
Then I'm 13 years old, and level 8.
Oh, so you started from level 3 and level 6, and so it took 3 years
Yes.
for you to have till you having this ability to play a level 8, right?
This
6 years, so you're hitting level 10, I assume, right?
this summer holiday, I'm go there to the level 10. Level 10.
Level 10.
Yes.
Are you you will do a live stream? What's your name? Your what? Al? My God, so it's a very simple name. My name's Arthur. Hello. So you're a classmate to him?
Yes.
So are you here to replace him? Called you in?
Usually.
What?
I usually play with them.
No, I mean, did Atik call you come here to replace him?
Yes,
Really?
but it's sometimes.
All right, then. Have a seat. Maybe we'll talk about it together. Yeah, have a seat. You leaving now? Yeah. See, rude. You should always leave your door closed behind you. So you're doing level 10 this year,
Yeah.
right? Are you have any confidence on it?
To the level 10 is too difficult.
Difficult?
Yes.
I believe you can do it.
Oh.
Seriously.
Oh.
Yeah, so when's the test?
How this that your textbook has one thing has 13 page.
You have to play 30 pages of this thing.
And I should play 2 things.
So that's 26 pages total.
Yes.
My God, that's quite difficult, I have to admit.
And you can't see the book.
You can't see the book. You have to like you can't. Wait a minute. You're telling me that you can't see the actual thing. You have to play it like with your eyes blinded or something.
Yes.
And you have to play 2 sets. Each one of them is 13 pages.
Yes.
The 26 pages. You have to memorize all of this and just play it. In some year, in some day, on some day, this year.
Yes.
My God, this is really difficult. I give you that. I think I could never. If I was you, I can do it. I think I can do it. So, but I believe you will pass because you're very clever. All right. I think you're very clever, and I mean, I could never actually do something like this because it's too complicated for me. Do you know? Do you know? After we pass this, I think all these tests in the world doesn't really have a difficult time for you. Oh, here comes Kevin. Hello, Kevin.
So,
Sean says genius. I couldn't believe it. This is actually a genius.
I believe that.
Yeah, just let me, sorry, just let me get the things to this side and have a seat.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so we just, yeah, we have a little bit, yeah. Can I see you facing here? Yeah. This is Kevin. Do you know him?
Yes.
Hello, Sean. How are you?
Yeah. Have you?
I'm fine, you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Yeah. Have you tried his lessons?
Yes.
He's very clever as well. I think all of you are doing a little bit better than me. I don't know why, but
You put yourself down too much.
is that the case? All right. So
I believe that.
okay. Yeah, I can do a little bit of this.
Come on, you're speaking English right now.
Oh, so
Come on,
good luck.
fun in class, buddy.
Good luck, and I believe you will pass the test. Yeah. Have a good day.
He's got a test. Good luck, Sean.
So no, this boy we just talk about. So how's your feet? Is everything okay?
My
Is it
foot,
better?
it's getting a bit better, yeah.
All right. So I will try my best to not to touch that.
Yeah,
So-
please don't.
Yeah. So which foot is it? Left or?
It's the left.
Oh, it's actually your left. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This can't be hurt. So this boy, we're just seeing here. He's sixth grade, 13 years old. All right, and he plays pianos. Can you believe that he already passed the level 8 test, and he's
Wow.
about to take the level 10 this year. Oh my God! And he told me the test is like you have to play 2 things, and each thing have 13 pages. There's 26 pages total, right? And the most difficult part is
Uh-huh.
you can't look at it. You have to memorize all of this.
Memorize 26 pages. I'd be lucky if I can memorize 26 chords.
So he's basically like he's got his eye blind and just plays 26 pages. I think it's very difficult, but I think he can pull it. You didn't if I was in middle school, but I gave it up eventually because A, I was too busy.
Mm.
I have too many things in my hands, and B, I just can you play any of this?
I can play the drums.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really like a rock band drum or
Yeah.
really? Oh my God, that's really great.
I used to be able to play guitar, but if you look here,
Oh,
I can't hold the string anymore because feel my finger. Feel
yeah.
it. It's very, very soft.
Oh,
Because when they had to stitch it back together, I cut it with a circular saw.
oh my.
When I was cutting wood, I was pushing wood and the blade hit my
Oof.
finger, cut my finger in half.
My
So,
God, that's oh.
yeah, I was scared as hell. That really scared me so bad. But yeah, now I can play the drums. So that's as far as I can go.
Yeah, drums. I don't know if you heard Japanese music, Japanese rock music.
Yeah, I have heard some of it. I couldn't honestly tell you any of the names outright though.
Yeah, there's a reason why I brought it up is because I listen to a lot of Japanese music these days
Okay.
because I watch Japanese animations.
Right, right.
So they always have this main song at the beginning, like you know how it is.
The intro songs.
Yeah. Yeah. So this particular anime series, he has this intro like so a cartoon he's playing is a guy like hitting the wall very quickly, so you can hear the drum in the background like going crazy.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going really fast. So I think this is actually very difficult. All right. So see, the reason why I learned guitar back in the day was because people told me guitar is one of the easiest.
One of the easiest.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say it's easy. Maybe one of the easiest, but I wouldn't say it's easy.
Yes, they have 6 strings, so it's not like a piano. Piano is like this long, you don't know how to where to put it.
Mm.
So, but that's a little bit different. I mean, guitar have 6 strings, but I learned it about like half a year.
Mm.
I just gave it up, and I never pick it up again. After my high school graduation, I tried to pick it up again, and I tried about 2 or 3 weeks. I should totally give it up because it
2 or
was
3 weeks and you gave it up.
Yeah.
Come on, man, that's not very long.
yeah, because by that time I've basically like just lost all my all my interest.
Oh, okay,
in
fair
kind of
enough.
things.
Yeah, if you weren't interested in it, then there's no point in doing it. I understand that.
Yeah, and I think it's about, it just can't keep up. I know my head knows how it is,
Mm.
my fingers don't.
Yeah. My brother's pretty good at guitar though. My brother can play guitar. Yeah.
You can play like country guitar or like electrical guitar.
He can play
Both of them.
both. He's pretty good at both actually. Both of my brothers can play guitar actually.
You have
Come to
two
think of it.
brothers?
Yeah, I got 2 brothers and a sister.
Older brothers or
Younger.
Younger. Oh, you
Yeah.
have 2 young. So you're the oldest.
I'm the eldest. Yeah.
It's very hard to tell because you look very young.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's how it is. Maybe I've never known how old are you. Do you want to tell us?
No, I have no problem with that. I'm 38.
You're 38. You look like you
I'll be 39 in July.
for
Yeah, I was born in 1980.
my God, I can't. I really, I couldn't. You look like you dress like a rock band member. All the time have all these these watches and this hat. I still don't know how the English name of it, but I'm getting
It's
one
called
of
a
those.
beanie.
Beanie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get one of those. Maybe not the same. What was that? So.
This is,
Yeah. Anyways,
I
very
can't
cool.
remember.
You look like with all the dress up jeans and jumpers, everything. I think you're like 32 or 31
Oh, thank
tops.
you very much.
Right? Because I remembered when my father was 40 years old. All right, maybe all right. The things could be a little bit different because you're working with like in here with kids. All right, you're working in China, so you basically like a very have a free character. So you don't really have amazing menu. But my father was working in a bank. So
Okay,
in
right.
my memory, in his 40s, he's about to. He was born in 1970, so he's about to hit 50 years old.
Yeah.
So when he was 40, like 10 years ago, 10 years ago, I was like 13 years old in the 6th grade. I remember him as a guy who has, all these dressed up things, suits and everything.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if you're working in a bank, you have to be. You've got to be. It's all about the way you dress because when you relate to people,
Yeah.
when you're working with people who come into the bank, you never know. Those people may come in very well dressed, very well looking and things like that. That's not quite the right way to put it, but anyway. They may come in looking very good and things like that. So you always have to be, people see you, you look good, you speak well, and when you look good towards to another person, you act well towards another person, they take that as a compliment,
Yeah.
and therefore it helps you with your job. Whereas here, where I'm dealing with kids,
Yeah.
it's just like I can be who I want to be,
Yeah.
and I'm not like a big kid myself, so
That's really great.
I have to try and relate to the kids.
All
So
right.
it helps if I'm not standing here in a suit and tie, If
Kids
I'm
are gonna be
kind
very scared of you.
that's the thing.
Oh, really?
So if I kind of look more to their level, then they're kind of gonna relate to me on a better level.
Yeah, that's great.
It helps. It helps.
But that's one of the reasons why I would never go work in a bank. All right. But of course, maybe I just couldn't. Maybe even if I wanted, I couldn't really qualify. He asked for all this, a little bit this, a little bit that, and the salary was so low at the beginning. You couldn't
Really?
believe it. It's like 12, like 1,200 on the
Wow.
first month when you
To work in a bank.
yeah, but when you're doing really great, you gotta get very high paid. My father was doing mortgage.
Mortgage, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he does. He if some company needs to do this kind of things, and so you gotta talk to my dad. That's how it works. But it took a lot of effort.
Mhm.
I mean, when I was little, he was always like not in the house,
Mhm.
like having dinner outside everywhere because his clients also wanted him to ask him out and ask him questions.
Right, right.
That's particularly like Chinese tradition.
Yes, it is. I noticed that since I came here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And people take it as an insult if you try and turn them down.
Yeah.
It's very insulting. So always it's yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, and they sometimes they drink too much alcohols, but that's yeah. But on the other hand, my father himself, uh, I will not say him say that he's an alcoholic,
Nah,
But
I wouldn't
he-
say so either.
but he really likes drinking alcohol for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he have addicted to it. Like I like drinking.
It helps
cold.
people to relax because, like, some people they smoke cigarettes to relax.
Yeah.
Other people they may have a couple of beers to relax.
Right.
It's
Depends on
depends.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it depends on what your choice is. You
Yeah,
know.
I think he's really stressed out because he started to lose his hair. I mean,
Like me with coffee. You know how much coffee I drink. So
yeah.
yeah.
I think this is not my dream job, but when it comes down to that place, I can really do that. So we're talking about job and working today in here. So I'm actually like doing my job in here, like doing this. I mean, I'm like assistant or something to it. This is what I do. I'm trying to do my best, even though most of the time, if you see if you see the videos afterwards,
Mm.
you're gonna find out I have a lot of stuff. Sometimes I just couldn't really figure out what I should say. So I have you in here, so I feel a lot better because it's easier to have a conversation rather than speak alone to the screen. Even though someone's watching, you can really like relate it to them.
Mm.
You're not saying them. They're not like I mean, if they're typing and asking questions, I can answer the questions as
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
But most of the time, most of people just see the title, say, oh, maybe I should check it out, and didn't really say anything.
But you have to wait until people actually start to check it out first. That's what you have to wait for, right?
Yeah, so that's a little bit more difficult. Last weekend, I did this through the whole weekend to this Saturday, right?
Right.
So last weekend I do it on Saturday and on Sunday, and on Sunday I do the whole day for this. I live streamed about like 6 or 9 times that day. I was stressed out. I go home. I went home and slept for like a total 10 hours to
Whoa.
get back up. I went home at 9 o'clock. All right, so I go to bed at 10 o'clock.
Mhm.
And I woke up the next day 10 o'clock in the morning. So it's 12 hours total. So
12 hours, yeah.
yeah, but I have you here today, so I feel like it would be a little bit better. So, how long have you been in this country?
Almost together now about 8 years.
8 years.
Mm.
So,
I first came over, my father actually invited me to come over to China just to see him when he was working here.
your
And,
father was working here?
Yeah, he used to work here.
Like what?
in
What
a-
kind of job?
Automotive company, sorry.
Oh,
He used to work in a car company. And then he just invited me to come over and see him and see how China is. And I loved it when I got here.
Really?
Yeah, I still love it today, and this is 8 years later. So far, I've only lived in Nantong, and yeah, it's a great place, peaceful, friendly. I love it. And if there's any other place I might go and I don't even think I would go and live, but I would go and visit. I would go down to Xiamen
Xiamen. Oh,
Xiamen.
yeah, yeah.
just to go and visit. But I think I
I've
would.
been there. Beautiful, beautiful city.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But I think I would rather just live in Nantong because now I know Nantong so well. And I think I would just rather live here, but I would go around China and visit.
Oh, that's really great.
Yeah.
There are so many things actually you can try in China. You know, the north and the south. Have you ever watched Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
There's basically the same.
Okay.
I mean, my point, I'm not talking about the dragon.
No, I know what you
something,
mean.
But what I'm saying is, I've been to the north in China, and I've been to the most south part in China.
Southern
So
part.
yeah, so my point is, in north is really cold. All right. So, but the food there was actually very special.
And what
Yeah,
way?
because in here in Nantong, we are basically the southern part in China. Actually, like we in Jiangsu province, it's an economy center in China. As you can see, we have a lot of people in here. We have great economy. You can basically buy anything you want in here.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah. So in here, we basically eat rice as main food. Every time you go to some place, restaurant or anything, like homemade stuff. If you visit a Chinese family in here and they treat you with their dinners or something,
Everything will come with rice.
yeah, rice and all these things on the table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is southern part in China. But in north, see noodles.
Right. Okay.
But for me, I was born and raised in this province, so I'm basically a southern.
In
So
English, we would say you're a southerner.
yeah.
Yeah.
In Game of Thrones, I'm from King's Landing. That's how it is. But
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to be in King's Landing anyway. I want to be, I like King Jon Snow. So he seems like to be the guy who can live to the end. So
Well, let's hope so.
yeah, I mean, I like his hairstyle. That's why I'm trying to keep my hair long. Kind of stupid because I could not be as handsome as him, but I will try my best.
you
All right.
go.
So even though I was born and raised in this province, so I ate rice when I was growing up, but I'm actually a noodle person.
You prefer noodles?
Yeah. See, in North, this is how they do. They have noodles. Like, I'm not saying that they have noodles in every meal, but most of the time they eat noodles. And we actually with fries and we steam things in this place, which they do this as well, but bigger.
Okay.
All right, so you see the traditional food in here, dumplings and everything. Everything seems a little bit bigger in the north part. All right.
Okay.
Maybe it's because it's very cold. They need to
They
eat
need
more
more energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be the same. But one thing I really envy the people in the north. All right, they have this air condition. We have air conditioners in here in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
They have something just, I don't know how to say it in English. They just have this machine which provided by government. All right,
Okay.
because it's very cold. It's like they have these videos. If you pull out, why is that blurring? Pull out like hot water, and
Okay.
outside it just immediately turn into ice.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that cold. It's very good. It's very crazy.
That doesn't sound like somewhere I'd like to live. I'd like to visit, yes.
Yeah,
But live. That sounds too cold for me.
Yeah, you
because-
can go there and see the the ice schedules. No, ice. That's how it is.
I don't think it's schedules. Schedule is something completely different.
Yeah. I was thinking schedules.
Statues?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Anyway,
Sounds
we'll
very-
think about it and then we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is the north. Actually, envy them in the winter. See, they have different kind of cold in winter than in here.
Mhm.
Their cold is like this drier kind of cold.
Okay, yeah.
If you wear warming clothes, it just defend you from those cold. Even though it's very creepy and very crazy, but you can define it. But in here, the air is a little bit more wetter.
Moist, yeah.
Yeah, and in the winter, you've been in here for 8 years. I mean, most of the time, have you, the first place you visit in China, is that Nantong or?
Yeah,
That's Nantong.
yeah.
Oh, that's really great. Most of foreigners, their first stop in China, some might pick Beijing or Shanghai, because Beijing is the center of China, and Shanghai is the economy center of China. So
When I flew to China, I came straight in at Shanghai. Then from the airport in Shanghai, I came straight through to Nantong.
so you actually been Shanghai, but you never actually
I've
visited.
since in the 8 years that I've been in China, I've been to Shanghai, I've been around, I've been to Beijing, I've been to Guangzhou, I've been all over the place. But
Since it's still your favorite or something.
yeah, Nantong is still where I'm gonna live.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Most people like Shanghai. When I was younger, I like Shanghai. I saw that, everybody has this kind of dream. You can live in the big modern city, center of the world. You can meet all these foreigners or something. You can see the world.
You don't
But-
need all that.
Yeah, but well, I actually been to Shanghai. I've been to Shanghai for like 3 or 4 times. Each time I go for different reasons. But for the traveling reasons, that time back in 2017, I was entering this like comic show or something.
Okay.
It's like Comic Con in the United States,
Mhm.
but it's a Chinese version. It's called China Joy.
Okay.
All right, so I went there and because I've never seen this before, so I try to experience it, like most of it. So I went there and I on that particular morning, I got up at 6 a.m. because I live outside the city. I couldn't afford the hotel in the city, so I live outside the city.
It's always more expensive in the city.
Yeah, and you could afford a 400 yuan a night.
Ooh,
Just-
$400 a night. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you live outside the city, it's like half of the price.
Mhm.
So I think that's a little bit more suitable for me. But it took me longer on the subway. It took me like 1.5 hour on the subway.
Yeah, I suppose then you have to calculate how much you're using
Yeah,
on the subway, but
Yeah.
it still won't be 400.
yeah. But you know what? I'm bad at math, so I'm done with the calculation things.
Okay.
So I just simply decided to get up early. So I got up on like 6 a.m. that morning, and I went to the subway because it's 6 a.m. very early. No many people on the train.
Mhm.
So I found a seat and I sit down. And that time, the train, the inside of the subway was actually very quiet.
Oh.
Nobody made any sounds, and I don't feel strange at all because it's 6 in the morning, everybody sleep here, things like that.
Yeah.
So when the train goes on, like in the next hour, 6 to 7 this hour,
Mhm.
more and more people starting to get on the train because most of people cannot afford to live. Actually, even the people who works in Shanghai cannot afford to live in the Shanghai.
city. Yeah.
So to live like outside the city, like I do.
Mhm.
So more and more people get up. You can find all this. This is some kind of creepy because outside the city, I'm not saying this like a garbage hole or something, but it's not very new buildings, old buildings everywhere. You can see the instructions is not very. It just doesn't fit. Some pretty girls have this expensive makeup and Louis Vuitton's bag or things like that. All these famous things, and they came out from a very old building. It just somehow feels strange, doesn't fit. But more and more people like this down the train. Beautiful girls, guys with this haircut, very stylishly, and have this suit. You can see the suit was tailored. Was not even bought in the store. That was tailored.
Tailor-made, yeah.
Yeah, expensive things.
Oh dear. Excuse me. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
Sorry, but
again, says your normal schedule, right?
it
10
is.
o'clock.
Yeah. No, not to get up at 10 o'clock. I'm supposed to be at Nantong Hotel right now. I'm supposed to go for
Another job?
no, not another job. I'm supposed to go for a massage right now.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway. keep
Anyway.
going.
Yeah. So I found more and more people like this coming out, and I think maybe they got very good paid, but they're not spending them.
Yeah, they're saving their
house.
money. Yeah.
They spending all on themselves. I don't know why. Maybe they just like it, or maybe they need to be like that because it's Shanghai, you know.
It could be like the same as what you said about with your dad working in the bank when he was wearing the suits as well. You know, you got to look good to fit in.
Yeah, that could be the right reason. But anyway, just when the time passed by, I just feel very strange but I couldn't tell why it feels so strange until I get off the subway and enter the China Joy, Airjoy, that room. I realized that because of why. Do you know that?
Tell me.
All right. So if you ever been on the subway in Shanghai, like 6 or 7 a.m.
No, I haven't.
If you ever been there, you're gonna feel it. All right. The reason why I feel so strange is because there's about 100 or 200 people in the subway.
Damn.
Most of them are standing because there's no enough seat.
Yeah.
But none of them make any noise. It was so quiet. It just feels really strange. And then I realized that's because the beginning of the day they have a stressful day. You see the clothes and everything. You can see they're literally stressed out.
Already at that time in the morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
The people who can afford things like that cannot live properly in that city. So I think, man, this is not for me, man.
Yeah,
I can't take it either. I said, I am a guy who got used to have a comfortable life. Maybe it's a little bit, it's not like a normal or hardworking person, but this is what I am. I have to admit what I am. Yeah. So
let's see what our viewers would actually say about that. I wonder what our viewers have to say about this, seeing as a lot of the viewers would be from the US and places where they have very busy subways and places like that. So what would they say about busy subways where they are? And let's see who's saying anything. At the moment, no one's saying anything.
Yeah, but they will. Once they saw this, I believe so. Sometimes I go back and check the comment.
This is a live chat, right?
Yes, this is a live chat, but since nobody's actually watching this, so it doesn't really show.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. This is actually the most difficult part for me to do this.
To keep going and going.
Because if nobody's asking anything, then I have to keep trying to think things that's really interesting or something to get their attention. It's actually very hard for me.
Okay, so how do we
end it?
Yeah.
We actually haven't really done it. It's in here. Yeah.